Well, hello guys, welcome back. Sorry if I look a little off or I look a little rushed. I just got done baking. Microwave baking. And Loki does deal in with this because we had a strange day. Got a call from the friend, walked up to her house in the rain, and little Fixie Fox was running because he was excited. And came back, made some canned, that canned ground beef I made that with a packet of kimchi noodles because it has a spicy thing on it, and I like pan fry the noodles. So we made that, and we did a lot. We did stuff for the other channels, so we went up and took it out, and we're getting to this, and came back down and decided, let's do a cooking with Foxy and Chica thing for the other channel. So we decided to make the microwave cupcake I got for Yule/Christmas in my stocking. And it's one of those microwave, single serve mug cupcakes. And I read an article on it. And the woman decided to do it as satire, but basically, a little bit of a food snob. And she just did not like it because, one, she does not like fast food or junk food. It was clear. And two, and I apologize to anyone who feels differently, if you're stupid enough to follow the package directions, you deserve what you get. So the first thing we did was swapped in coffee for the water, and I cut up a Snickers bar, and we threw some vanilla in there because I mixed the batter. I'm like, this tastes like garbage. Because if your batter tastes like garbage, cake's gonna taste like garbage. I'm like, it's nasty. Dunkin' Hines don't know how to make cake. So I got, thankfully, I live in Pennsylvania, so I got some Hershey's powder down. I fixed it with that. And we threw the whole Snickers in, and we threw some vanilla in. Much, much better cake. So we filmed that, and we ate it, and we're eating it, and it was amazing because I poured some Hershey syrup on top. It tasted like a really expensive, because it was like a brownie mix. And it had like little chips or something in it, or it was supposed to, but it was just sad. It tasted so good. It tasted like, remember when they first came out and you got like those molten brownie and molten chocolate cakes, and they were like always like $11 because they put one little, the cake down, and then they put ice cream on top of it. It tasted like that. And it was just so good, and I really liked it. And I put a thing up on Facebook with a picture, and I said, we don't lie on that channel. If we make a recipe and it tastes like garbage, you just never see it. Now, the first recipe or so, like if you would go back and watch old episodes, they aren't perfection cooking. We're not perfection cooks. We're not every fry has to look the same, everything else. It looks like somebody actually cooked it at home, which means like some fries are darker, or if we make a burger, maybe it's falling apart or whatever. Whatever we cook, it looks like we cooked it. And this cupcake, of course, looked like a hot mess because it was a molten cupcake. It had the whole Snickers bar thrown into it. And it had the chocolate syrup on it, and it looked like a hot mess. And I told him, I know it looks gross. I know it looks, it looks terrible. It looks like a mess in a cup, but it tasted so good. So we made that. And what had been funny is when I first got up, I had been thinking about Loki, and he was like kind of there in like little fox form because he likes to do that with me. He's being all adorable, and I'm like trying to think of like his real soul stirring speech. There we go. To do on camera about, like religious freedom, since that's like a hot button issue, and rights and all this other stuff. And, we got up and we had chocolate brownie cake. So any inspiring message I have for you, it went in the brownie batter, apparently. But that's the kind of God he is. Sometimes we get like a little too heavy and a little too serious, and I can tend to do a lot of serious topics on the channel. Just because I've kind of noticed a lot of Lokeans kind of either gloss over them or say, suck it up. And sometimes you do have to suck it up, but sometimes you can make a brownie. Because, it's, for us adults here in the US, we're approaching tax season. Yay. So you're getting all these unwelcome little pieces of mail, and it's like those little treasures you can do in life, especially where you can save money. Like I had this mix, I bought it for Yule, and I had everything else in the house. I had bought like the Snickers and everything for Yule / Christmas. So, got a treat out of it, and it tasted really super decadent. It was really nice. And Loki can kind of give us that gift of, enjoying what we have. I mean, it tasted good enough that, I would have paid for that in a restaurant. And I'm not just saying that. It's, it was that good. And lately, the food we've been cooking, like, we pan-fried noodles for, like, the first time today. And we enjoyed that so much that, when I made the burger, I made it with corn. And it seemed like it didn't have anything because I didn't buy a lot of staples. Because, like I said, if I'm buying stuff for the other channel, I seriously go down to ramen, and you can only eat so much ramen. And so we fry the noodles, and he can teach you to get along in life and be happy. We fried the noodles for like the first time last night actually, because for dinner we had some leftover fries, and we had like a little bit of bread left over. And that was going to be dinner, and Loki's like, I feel so bad, that's your dinner. And I'm like, it's fine, Loki, it's food. It's 2 kinds of starches. I'm perfectly happy. But then we got the noodles, and that's when we put that packet in. And those were killer fries, and those were, killer bread. And then this morning, we were so full. This morning we made the noodles, and that was like, oh, that was amazing. If you can make pan-fried noodles, you don't need the wok. I just cook in I have a wok, I never use it. I just cook like, in a regular pan. And it was just so good. So we prepared more noodles tonight, and we like put it away with like the rest of the burger and the corn and everything. So we'll have like good meals for like a couple meals. So he can teach you to enjoy the more simple things in life. There's nothing wrong with having, steak and caviar and everything if you can afford it and you genuinely like it. But there's also nothing wrong with, having more modest fare too. I mean, I've been to places where I'm sure you guys have been where if it wouldn't have been for, food bank or someone helping you out, it's like, I'm just grateful to have food on the table. And I'm grateful it tastes this good at this level because, when you have more money, you always think, oh, it'll be so terrible when I have less money to spend on food. And it's actually the care you put into it that, makes it taste so good. And, we're lucky that there's plenty of it. So, he's kind of the god of simple pleasures. And he is a hearth god, so he's definitely a god of food. So there you go. There's the actual topic. I found it at the end of the video. He is a hearth god. He is a god of food. So there you go. There's your topic. I don't think have I ever really done that? I had to have in like a year's time. I had to have. But that was so good. That was just like a killer cupcake. And, I have mostly demographic, I think a younger demographic on the other channel, and they're probably going to be like, ew, coffee. But I wasn't going to change it, just because I had kids, because I knew it would be, pretty bad. And they're fun guys calling in, helping me out. So I will see you guys later. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.